Hey guys, welcome to episode 104 with your favorite girls Petty Party Podcast. We are in the studio today. This is your girl Jori Alia. And it's your girl Michelle, aka Egypt if you nasty.
Hey everybody, it's just Nick checking in.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Colette coming out the set. What's good?
And it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby, please say the baby. And you are tuned into another episode with the Petty Party crew. What's up, guys?
Hey y'all.
Oh,
Hello.
another episode in the studio. What's good?
I always feel so good when we're in the studio, though.
Yeah,
you know,
love it here.
Oh, yeah.
We love it here.
The crazy part is, okay, y'all missed it. We weren't able to get it on camera, but y'all, we tried to open a bottle of champagne.
How bad was it?
I mean, it went everywhere.
It went to the
had to dive to the
ceiling.
ground and crawl.
You don't see the wet spots on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Paulette army crawled.
They
Y'all,
was-
I've never seen.
Send us a bill.
No, yes. The thing is, like, I didn't even realize what because you think it's like when you open up a bottle and it's gonna spray. Like I'm thinking it's gonna go one direction. This
No,
shit went
no,
up and out. Literally, Like a whole volcano.
360.
Everyone in here went scrambling.
literally.
Literally. But
Not the towel just sitting there.
Look, the aftermath.
literally.
Y'all, it's Memorial. What y'all got going today? Or how's y'all's weekend been?
My weekend was cool.
Memorial weekend was busy, y'all. I just feel like it was like everything going on, like back to back. Like everyone's outside, everyone's trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
This is the first Memorial weekend where like I saw a whole bunch of events planned in Dallas, Texas. Normally it's like one little event, everyone's
But you know
gone.
the crazy part is,
Oh, yeah,
everyone's here this
no.
weekend.
I feel like people came in from out of town to
Yeah.
come to
Oh,
Dallas,
yeah.
which is weird.
Yeah, and I was very shocked. I'm like, okay.
Guys. Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, this table just hates the hell out of us. I know that for sure.
Or do we hate the table?
No, or do we hate the table?
No facts.
It's okay, y'all.
Last.
Just
Everybody they chop
what do they say whenever you break glass? Opa!
Opa!
That was a little opa moment.
Or you know when you pour something, everybody just starts cheersing, clapping. Clap for yourself. You know,
Done well.
I'm telling you, Nigerians know how to insult, bruh. Like they're the only ones that would tell you some stuff. You would fall and trip and like
Hey, now.
drop a plate. Everybody like clap for yourself. Good for you. You've done well. Like damn, way to make me feel worse.
Just make
Oh
you
my
feel
God.
stupid.
Yes.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and move into our motto, Crystal.
Yes. All right. So this motto is a little short, but it's okay. So short, sweet, to the point. Okay.
Is it about sex?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Not every time.
It's not every time.
Not at all.
Every
It's
time
not every
sex.
time.
Let me find out y'all on a different type of time these days.
Listen.
Okay. So, is it not real if you can easily move on as soon as you peep someone is blowing hot and cold? Like, I'm at the point now with the person that I can clearly sense is playing games, and it feels weird because I actually like him, but for whatever reason, he has chosen to switch up, and instead of trying to figure out why or question him, I'm just letting things be. People try to say, if you can easily walk away, you never cared, but honestly, I have too much going on in my life to care anyways. So what do y'all think I should do?
The thing is, I don't think it means you don't care. I feel like it just means that you're just past that, like you're mature.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time to get to that level because I've definitely been in a situation where I've talked to somebody and that happened. Like maybe like, have you ever fallen off with somebody and later on it's just like, what happened to us? Why did we stop talking? It's like, because you was on bullshit. And it's like, oh, well, you must not have liked me. It's like, no, I just didn't have the time to sit here and try to work through exactly why the vibe was what it was. And I just removed myself from the situation. I feel like it takes a lot of maturity to not put yourself through the mental Olympics of figuring out why this nigga's acting weird. Just move.
Literally.
It's crazy because this motto like resonates with me so much because with my recent breakup, I was like questioning that. I was like, dang, like I'm not taking this breakup as hard as like I did my previous one. And I wonder, was like, did I love him as much as I thought I did? And I know that I did. I know that I did love him. But I don't know if I'm just like, I was so over it. Like it was a lot leading up to the point where we did break up that I was just like kind of already checked out, you know? So it was a little bit easier for me to get over that breakup hump than what you know, something sudden would be. So I feel like, no, if you're checked out, you're checked out. And that's okay.
And then there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like you're just choosing yourself. And you said you have a lot of things going on. I feel like your focus has changed too. And like Michelle said, that is maturity as well. So I feel you on focusing on yourself and focusing what you have going on because honestly, if it's meant to be, it'll be, and if not, it's okay. Something better on its way. So
Yeah.
just cool on it.
When you get to that point in your life when you realize you can't come and kill yourself,
Period.
Can't come and die. Can't come and die.
Certain L's won't even affect you.
cannot.
Just like whatever.
Like, I have
Alright.
realized you cannot change people as
Period.
much as you want to. You cannot
Period.
change them by yourself. They have to do that for themselves. Period.
Period.
And a lot of this sounds easier said than done because I know a girl like me be stressing behind it. What
Yeah.
was.
But like
Not
once
now.
you gotten to the level where it's like you really are just like not on what
Yeah.
they're on, you won't stress. You would just be like, you know what, out.
and
It's
not,
like it just happens. Like y'all can't even describe the feeling. You're out.
Yeah.
And you're just cool and like whatever.
facts. And then hindsight be 20/20. So like I feel like in that
Mhm.
moment you start looking like not only forwards but backwards into when this happened in past situations and when you ignored it and moved forward. And it's like you can
Yeah.
already see like I know it's coming. Like I can see like this becoming like a bullshit situation. So let me just move myself early. Although I care, I don't care as much as I will if I continue to stay in a situation and break it off with you later.
Yeah.
So let me just cut my losses early.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think it means that you don't like the person.
Mm-mm.
I just think it means that you like yourself a lot more.
And you're choosing yourself, and there is nothing wrong with that
I
at
agree.
all.
Low key to choosing yourself, ladies.
To
Little
choosing
toast.
yourself.
Choosing yourself.
I spilled my drink, so.
Oh, damn.
So
Cheers.
we don't want 7 years of bad sex, so you have to, click, click.
Never.
But yeah, so I think we can all agree there's nothing
She gonna
wrong
be
with
alright.
like, yeah, you're gonna be
I'm
all
not
right.
gonna lie. Like, why do you want to care more? If you don't care, then it is
I'm
what
sure
it is.
somebody's probably
But-
guilt tripping her to feel like, damn, like
Yeah.
you can move on just this fast, and it's like,
Who cares?
No,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. That's the reason why, like, sometimes I'm like very skeptical to tell people about like anything new I have going on because people are gonna be like, "Dang, didn't you just break up with your
Oh,
boyfriend like
true.
just a few
True,
months
true,
ago?"
true.
Like, and I was with him for a long time, you know. And it's like
Yeah.
it's okay with me choosing myself, you know.
Oh
so,
my god.
but people will guilt trip you to
Yeah.
think like
You
you're
can't move
gr-
on.
like you're
wrong.
grieving too quick or you
Yeah.
didn't grieve enough, you know, and that's
Yeah.
not fair.
Now that I think about it, I've walked away from 4 relationships. I just shed 1 tear. Like and it wasn't that I didn't love him. It just was like, no love lust. I'm just over it.
Yeah.
Type shit. And damn, I just remembered that. Tough times. Shout out to him though.
Shout out to that man.
Yeah.
Sorry to that man. So somebody had a petty chronicle or no?
Ooh.
No, no one's been petty.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I am gonna be okay. We have a petty chronicle,
Okay, girl, tap in.
and you know what? I hope you're watching this. I hope you are watching this.
If you're watching this,
yeah,
it's about you.
so it's about our neighbor actually.
Oh.
If you're reading this, it's too late.
So our neighbor, y'all, it's been constant drama with her since we moved in. And this is like the person that lives directly across from us. Okay, so when we first moved in, we have valet trash. All right, y'all. All they ask for you to do is follow the rules. Put your trash out by a certain time. Put it on top of the trash can. Period. This girl does not want to do any of that. So they will purposely not pick up your trash if you don't follow the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So she let her trash sit outside her door for 3 days.
Yeah.
Someone put a note on her door.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please take your trash out to the trash can like a normal person?
That's what the note said, like a normal person?
Yes.
Oh my God.
This girl,
Choosing violence?
y'all know, like people.
So it was someone, it wasn't y'all?
No, it wasn't us.
Okay.
We were just moving
Just moved in, girl.
Oh, okay,
Mind my
okay.
business.
So it wasn't us. So then I see her reply. She's like, shut the fuck up.
She put her note back on her door.
She sure
Put
did.
another note on like a whole piece of paper. Shut the fuck up. I make more money than you.
Hey,
I pay for
just-
valet trash for a reason. Like she went in.
It was
y'all.
an unnecessary charge.
Now she calling y'all broke.
She was like,
Ugh.
if,
Just
like, if
'cause
y'all
like
had
someone-
trash.
She's like, if you want to be a garbage man, then you come pick up my trash.
Damn.
But like you're mad, but
Right.
girl,
Okay.
I didn't understand the comeback. I'm like, but
Yeah.
you know why they
So
put the notes?
she did that.
And we
All
live
right,
in the same
y'all?
apartment. How
Okay,
you make more money
like-
than me?
Thank you.
Michelle.
Fast forward to a couple months. She gets dirtier.
Oh,
She has-
yeah, y'all.
She has 3 dogs
She goes
in
next,
her apartment.
next level type shit, y'all.
She has 3 dogs in her apartment. How I don't know because she lives in.
One of them fell off the balcony, and so she
Paulette,
used the hallway.
Paulette,
with-
stop.
Let's stick to this
Wait,
story.
no.
No, that's how we knew she had 3 dogs.
No, but let her finish.
That is how we.
One
knew
of them
she-
fell off the balcony,
That is how we found out. She
but
has,
they
like,
landed.
she has 2 big dogs and no, she has 2 big dogs and 1 small one. Okay, whatever. She has 3 dogs.
The way y'all
So
are
she's-
skating past a dog falling off 5
Because I'm
stories.
interested in it. We'll get to
It
that.
landed
Okay,
somewhere.
well, yeah. Okay, so it lived. That's all I know. Okay,
He's still alive.
so she takes all her
still
dogs out for a
alive.
walk at once.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know those green bags you put the poop in?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Instead
the
of her-
trash can right next to it.
Instead of her
Okay.
putting in the trash can outside, she throws all the poop outside her door.
Oh,
Like y'all, there'll be bags. It's
Bags.
just sitting there in the corner for like sometimes 2 days.
So she leaves from the walk and brings the poop
I
bag
don't-
inside with her.
I don't
in
know
the
what
elevator?
and she passes so many trash cans. It's weird.
okay, go ahead.
So she brings it and sits it outside her door.
So it's a warfare.
No, it is.
I don't know, like y'all.
So
it's getting
me
worse.
and the maintenance man, we cool. Okay, so I was walking out my door. The maintenance man, him and I were talking, and I was like, "Ooh, this same neighbor, she's dirty. She's dirty." He's like, "You know what? Don't worry about it." He took a picture of it because she had the poop outside her door. He sent it to the front office. All right, y'all. That was like last week. It wasn't me who snitched. He did it. I come out my door yesterday. We had just bought a new doormat. Why did I walk out my door? Our doormat is on her door.
And so
Smoke.
Nikki had asked if she
Smoke
to say
season.
something. I was like, "No, okay." If it happens,
Yeah.
hold on.
So I walked back
If
in.
it
I said,
happens,
Paulette. Why is our doormat outside this girl's door? I'm about to knock on her door.
As you should have.
No,
Wait, why did she do that?
No, I need
So
the
then what-
rationalization.
So go ahead, go ahead, Nikki.
So Paulette was like, "No, Nikki, just move the mat. If she does it again, then you need to knock on her door."
Move the
So she hasn't moved it yet.
Y'all, like,
But y'all, I feel like every time I leave my door, I want to knock on her door so bad
as you,
and be like, "Why was my mat outside your door?" And it's like, it's not
So
even like it was a
weird.
normal mat.
yeah.
It has words on it. So of course, bitch, I'm gonna understand. Like I'm gonna
This
see
is
that
my
it's
mat.
my mat.
but like, only reason why I said like, not to do it because like, especially on the weekend, especially now it's been Memorial, everyone's been lit and outside partying, like walking through the hallways. Someone could have been drunk and moved it.
Paulette, nobody did that. I'm so sorry. Nobody did that. Nobody did that. The girl took it and moved it
Seems on
herself.
the benefit of the doubt. I just don't.
No,
listen.
the thing is,
feel
the
bad.
only
I
reason
feel
I would
bad.
say
Oh my
not
God.
to is because
I
she's
won't-
your neighbor, and I don't know what kind of if she's capable of leaving shit out her door. I don't know what else she's capable of. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Otherwise, it's smoke behind that shit. Because why the fuck you? Not only you leaving trash and you causing like flies and shit to collect outside my
Exactly.
fucking door. You literally took my mat, girl. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I feel a way about it's a touchy subject with neighbors because again, these are people you live next to. You know what I mean? Like for all we
I
know.
never want it to be like an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the
And,
same
like-
time,
But
it's fuck
she's making
you.
an
But I'm not gonna lie. At
issue.
the same time, fuck you. Same time, fuck you.
Yeah,
Like,
but
because
just
I had a noise. That one neighbor, I had a noise complaint that one time that y'all came to my apartment. That nigga does not speak to me at all. Like I say hi, how you? Go like nothing. Like we make direct eye contact. He just will not speak because of one noise complaint. And it was like literally the week that I moved in, like the week or 2 weeks that I moved in. Like he knocked on the door, was like, "Oh, y'all are being too loud," which we weren't because I use the same sound bar that I have. But anyways, he's like, "Y'all are being too
the
loud."
white.
Yes. So he like it's like he has beef with me ever since then. Like he will not speak to me.
And
at
that's
all.
and that's the crazier part. It's like this girl, she's of color, so I wanted to really like her. You know what I'm saying? But like you have made it.
People.
I wouldn't have thought.
I didn't really.
No, I'm not gonna lie. $3. I kind of assumed.
No, you would
in an
think.
apartment.
No,
Mm-mm.
definitely
Yeah,
of
she's
color.
3.
But when you say of color,
But
you mean
no,
black?
I'll say this though.
But she'd have.
I do.
I
agree with
can't say
Paulette.
that. We don't know. She's just fair skinned.
Y'all-
biracial.
I'll
Let's not do
tell
that.
y'all later because I already know
Biracial.
all about this girl.
She's
Yikes.
biracial.
But no, I agree with Paulette in the sense that like as much as you want to say something, it is a holiday weekend and people are very petty. So it's like I can see somebody walking through the hallway and moving down on some funny shit. But if it happens again,
And that's what I said. Like,
knock. And if she
if
don't
it happens,
answer,
then we'll
she
go
likes to
over
leave
there.
notes. Leave a note. leave a
yeah,
note.
just I don't know. She's the type of person like you have to have an extra set of eyes. 'Cause I feel like she try to like do something. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
Yeah.
said just take your time. People like that, you gotta be strategic. You cannot come at her
Child.
straight.
Look,
She cannot see you coming. That's all I'm saying.
if it
People
gets
like her.
to it, y'all can always.
Child, get a camera.
Yeah, I have a ring
That'll
doorbell.
stop her
I
from
get
doing
every
anything.
alert. Every
You know
person that
what's
walks
crazy?
by,
She
I
had
have a
one,
ring
but then
doorbell.
she
She
ended
took
up
it down.
taking hers down.
Put y'all's
Weird.
up. There's
I thought
even
that was so
tiny
weird.
ones. Like one of my neighbors has I have a big like regular ring camera, but there's tiny convenient ones that you could put like right by your doorknob.
And they can't see it.
Well, you can see it, but it's
Oh.
very like you got to pay
Yeah, I
attention.
think I
to
am
see
gonna
it.
put one up. But I
Yeah,
just,
'cause-
ring cameras kind of scare me because what if it witnesses
Witness
a
some
crime?
I mean, and you are. I'm not gonna lie. I purposely walk in front of some of my cameras. It's some of the neighbors' cameras. Just in case something happened, y'all see me on these cameras. This time, this day, there's three people in that hallway with the camera, and I be walking straight down there. Cause look, y'all see me, y'all know what's up. So I don't know.
But,
Yeah.
okay, I guess
Yeah.
I'll stay calm.
I would
Yeah.
say, I mean,
But she's petty. I'm sorry.
She's
like,
very
girl, you walk
petty.
past all them trashes because I
I don't
get it
think
though.
it's petty. I think it's called dirty.
No.
Yeah,
No, she's petty for taking y'all's thingy, but I feel like
We don't know that.
But leaving dog poop outside of your own door,
like that's
you ain't
wild.
hurting nobody but
because
yourself.
I get it because I don't like lifting up the actual trash. That's disgusting. The actual where people put the poop. I will leave the poop on the ground before I pick it up and take it in front of my house. That's wild to me. Like that, I would literally leave it on the ground before I do that. That's so wild.
Like, we're like, even where we live, there's like public, like there's like trash cans, just like, because during weekends, a lot of people are out here. So it's like, there's convenient trash cans. There's a lot of them. She passes all
every corner.
Yeah. And I think
I don't know.
like,
I don't know.
The hallway is because it's like half outside, but it's not outside, so it gets real humid in that hallway.
It might start.
Lord.
But it's so crazy. It's like we're not the only ones. That's what I'm saying. There are other people that let them do the dirty work.
Yeah,
but
if somebody else left a note on her door.
That means they're watching.
They're watching. So
that means, trust me, that means they're watching. Trust me. They're just trying to catch her slipping. Won't be me.
Yeah, she's petty though.
Shit, you petty, bitch. I'm petty too. That's
Excuse me.
JK.
I mean, we ain't called petty party for nothing.
Okay.
Called petty party for no reason.
I don't know if y'all have been seeing that meme that's been going around. It's okay. It's not funny, but it is funny. They were like, black people, can you please let the salmon replenish a little bit? Because like everyone's making like salmon bites and all these different
somebody
things.
Posted talking about blame it on the bears because I ain't doing it.
But y'all,
blame it on the what?
Blame it on the bears because I'm not giving salmon a rest.
But we actually might need to take a break from fish. So
Who is we?
Everybody.
The world.
So I don't know.
We the people of the United States?
Everybody. So there was a recent catch on the Florida coast. And I guess they test the fish whenever they catch them. And the fish tested positive for antidepressants, narcotics, and like all these other different medications, y'all. So what if people aren't testing the fish and they sell that?
I don't know. Well, I don't know about that. That's why they say actually that like not to eat like farm raised fish or farm raised food, in which I try to like be more conscious of it because there's a lot of fish that's like farm raised instead of wild caught. But they say that because like people on farms, they don't really take care of like their backyard versus like wild caught. It's kind of like letting nature
But the
take
thing
over.
is, the crazy part is that this was actually wild caught fish. So like this was someone that was on a boat. And they caught the fish like out in the middle of the ocean, and they tested the fish. But it's so crazy because I follow Michelle's sister, and she like posted this tuna that is like mercury tested. So like I didn't realize that
it's fish though.
Yeah,
I don't think they test.
No, they don't. Because a lot of reasons why they say to limit your like intake of fish is because there are
intakes of mercury.
There's like trace amounts of mercury, but she purchases fish that they tested to make sure that it's negative.
And they didn't. Okay.
So now I started purchasing that fish, but it's crazy because I literally just started doing that, and then I turn around and see on the news like these fish are testing positive for all these different medications. Like, and to think like you're feeding this to children, you're feeding this to yourself. Like so many things can go into your body without even knowing.
I'm not gonna lie. That's why I got into halal food, and not even just like the halal grill, like actually halal food. Like one of my classmates had put me on, and that's like specifically like food that like when they kill, like let's say it's a chicken, like when they kill, they make sure they're in a safe environment. They make sure like, because like if the animals know they're about to get killed, it's like psychological stress, and that can transfer to you when you eat. So like I try to like, she showed me, put me onto this halal market. I try to like buy my meats from there and stuff because listen, the Holy Jesus is praying over that food. That's sanctified meat. That's what it is, honestly. So yeah,
I feel that.
So y'all, black people, we might need to start taking a break.
But y'all said fish. Didn't y'all say something about strawberries too?
Oh yeah. I was reading an article on CNN and they were testing like fresh strawberries, like I guess like the same thing with the fish. And what came up was there was like it was linked to hepatitis A. And so basically they were saying like it was a hepatitis A outbreak coming through like the strawberries. I don't know how. And so basically they were stating that if people like haven't been vaccinated against hepatitis A, they need to go ahead and do it. Like it's a danger. And like they listed grocery stores. I saw Kroger on there and I saw Trader Joe's, and those are two of the grocery stores that I use. So like that was kind of alarming. And I eat strawberry. So y'all throw away your strawberries. It was in the article. And just wait.
Did we get those when we were younger?
So so Hep A, you usually get that, but we don't have a smallpox vaccination. So y'all watch out for monkeypox because this generation we can definitely catch it. And then also, it's kind of crazy. We're on this health tip, but there is an active TB spread in North Texas.
Shit.
But it's been like that for like a couple years now.
No, like, but now like it's like a recent, like I think 12 people have come in and they're not even all linked to the same household.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, y'all better watch out.
Wow. You know what? I just thought we're actually not giving random information. We're all in the health field.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're actually all in the. If y'all didn't know, just in case, we're all in the health field.
This is not random.
Yeah.
Right.
So we see this stuff on a daily basis. So just trying to put y'all on things that we may know, but still do your research.
Right. Okay, I do want to say this though. Have y'all been feeling like y'all's fruit is expiring really fast?
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
I used to, but
Okay.
not anymore.
No, like, well, I made a switch. I was going to Whole Foods, going in there, and I was probably buying like 8, not even 8, like 6 things max, just all fruit related items. And I would be leaving spending $60, $75. I'm like, why am I paying all this extra money? And I would take it home, clean it, cut it up. It's expiring within a couple of days. And it's not my refrigerator, it's not the settings. I was like, let me switch to Kroger. I've been going to Kroger and my stuff is lasting a lot longer, but I'm just like, bro, like this shit is a gimmick. Like, there's no reason for any of this stuff to be expiring as fast as it is. And I'm just like,
But
it's actually very annoying.
Kroger has the fresh to
fresh
farm
food.
to fresh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so does Publix. That's why I started shopping at Publix. I used to hate Publix, but now I'm like, this stuff is low key. Like, I like it. This stuff lasts so much longer.
Yeah, that's why someone even told me do not get your like fresh food or fresh produce from Walmart.
Absolutely not.
Never.
I had to go to Walmart
I don't even
for
grocery
like,
shop at Walmart.
I don't
anymore.
eat, not anymore. And I tell my mom, she's like, "Oh, you too good now." I'm like,
It's not
actually,
that.
yes. No, actually, yes. Because I got
know
grapes
more.
one day, and why are they all squishy? This is disgusting. Like, ew.
No, I got an
I don't
avocado
know.
from Walmart the other day. Hard as a rock.
I never buy any type. I mean, I go into Walmart for a few things that they have that other places don't, and it's a little bit cheaper if I'm buying like spaghetti, like little stuff like that. If I'm already in the
pasta,
area and I'm trying to go in and buy like exfoliant stuff or whatever. But it's like for fresh stuff, Walmart will never see me
Ever.
I'll be walking right past the produce. I
don't even go through there for what? Like,
Right.
no.
So Kroger, if you want to cut that check, period.
Oh,
Publix.
please.
Yes.
But speaking of cutting the check, or lack thereof, I want to talk about Blueface. I don't know if you. I know we've all seen what's going on.
What happened?
I really don't understand. Okay, so I'll just give you the quick backstory.
It really started with that tattoo, child.
The girl tattoo.
Yeah.
Is it that one girl that's in jail behind him?
No,
but it's like her 5th, 6th tattoo. So that's
of
besides the
his whole face.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was like either his
of
name
him. Like she's just
or
obsessed with
something.
tatting him. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's voodoo.
But apparently, well, his sister side of the story was she came there or whatever because they work. I guess they share a restaurant together or whatever, and they haven't been paid in like a couple of weeks. So they came there, I guess, to get their check. And the sister said that they started like 7 men started to jump on her, and her husband came to try to defend her. And he also got knocked out.
Why should they were jumping on her though?
Yeah. So she also got knocked out. And then I guess after the 7 men got done jumping on her, she said that they had sent Krishan Rock, which is the girl right now who's currently linked to Blueface, to finish her off, quote unquote.
The missing tooth girl, just in case y'all didn't know.
Yeah. And that's how that fight hit ensued or whatever. And apparently she came because the mom came first and the mom got beat up. And
What?
There's so many holes in this story.
It's just so weird.
But then didn't Blueface jump on his sister too?
That's what he
What?
said, but he that's what they said. The mom and the sister said that he did jump on him, but he got on live and was like, "I didn't." So
It's all cap.
It's,
But
I believe he did. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know
look
because
like that
even
type
when
of
I was watching the videos, I just feel like none of them seem mentally sound to me. It seems like mental illness, and I don't want alleged drug abuse. I don't know. It just they didn't seem all the way there because even in the video I seen, you seen his sister like she's like holding her husband who was knocked out, passed out. He's not even like conscious at that point in her lap. And Whack 100
that was on video.
Yes, he's like he's videoing her and she's like Blueface baby, and I'm like I'm confused.
Whack?
I'm so confused.
That grown ass man was recording that.
Yeah, he was recording it.
That grown ass man.
He might have recorded the whole thing. I don't know who released the video. They didn't release the whole thing, but they released clips. They released the clips of her getting into an altercation with Krishan, who's the girl who's missing her tooth. And they released another one who, with her holding her husband in her lap saying, he came to defend me. And he was like, yeah, he came to defend you. He got his ass whooped. And she was like, I don't care, Blueface, baby, or whatever. And I'm just like,
How
it's
does
like,
Blueface have all this conflict in his life?
yeah, somebody said that he really stopped his career to run a brothel. And honestly, that's what it's given because
He did. Because the thing is,
Did he even have a career?
That's why I'm like, you have like 1 or 2 songs.
And the thing is, like, what song was it?
Bust Down Tatiana.
Oh, okay.
And maybe one other song that I can't think of.
What's the one he got famous off of?
Bust Down Tatiana.
That's the song?
Yeah.
I thought he had another song before that.
I don't know. He may have, but
possible.
that's the only one I
But it's
could think
crazy
of.
because it's like he's so like him and her are actually very relevant. Like they talk about them all the time on social media, and I'm like, why are they so important?
Yeah.
Like, what do they bring us?
Just got arrested for something like that. That's why I'm like, how I didn't know he was out. He
But my
just
thing
recently got
is,
arrested
like,
for something.
It don't even matter what he did.
I forgot.
A couple months back, let's not forget that the girl didn't steal the car, write her name
his
in
name
blood,
in blood. Yeah.
like all this weird stuff. You know what I mean? Was arrested in Oklahoma, like got like all this weird stuff. And I'm like, you're back with him, like he's back with you after everything you did. Like,
I'm sorry, y'all. Drugs. Like, I'm so sorry. Like that little girl is not all the way there because she's not even 20. Like. She's not older than any one of us. Like, there's a young girl. Like, nah.
The crazy part is like, okay.
It reminds me of Janiyah and
No, Janiyah was not going out that sad. Janiyah was not going out that sad.
Janiyah got beat up in a whole hotel lobby.
By him, and that got caught on camera. She doesn't expose herself. The media exposes her. That girl exposes herself.
Yeah.
Like, something is wrong with her for real. Like, God bless her soul, child.
Yeah.
That
the type of soul tie that they're building right now.
It's not. It's voodoo. It's something is wrong. Like why do you readily availably have blood? There's voodoo going on. Why do you readily have blood to smear on his? There's something going on. She put it in his.
Like speaking of jail, do y'all think
that old folktale child?
I mean,
you never heard that before?
The blood in his spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
That's why you never eat spaghetti from a woman. But like, okay, do y'all think Young Thug and Gunna are gonna get out?
No,
I think
not
Gunna
anytime
might.
soon.
I don't know about Thug. I'm not gonna lie.
You think Gunna might? They denied his bond and his trial
3
until
times.
January.
He's gonna have to.
2023.
He's gonna have to sit in there for a while, but I do think he might get out. There's a higher chance for
He's
him
gonna
than
be
Thugger.
in jail for 1.5 years, y'all.
That's fine, but
before he
there's a
even
higher
goes to
chance for
trial.
him than Thugger because Gunna
gonna have
shit
to
on him.
Gunna gonna have to talk. He's gonna have to start talking. And Gunna, I don't blame you. I don't
already have everything.
They don't. He doesn't need to talk.
Already
They have it.
everything.
They don't have
My
anything.
thing is like,
They do.
I feel so bad because they clearly didn't see this coming.
They did.
Y'all,
Like,
that's the only way they do these roundups.
They did
I
not
mean, I
prepare.
get
They
it,
have
but the thing
enough.
is, like,
They have enough.
based off of how it's going, like, I don't think they're getting out anytime soon.
That's what I'm saying. But like you know,
Like,
but higher
But
chances.
who
for
was
Gunna.
the last
Casanova?
rapper? Yes, Casanova.
Casanova got picked up.
He's been picked up
Girl,
and
he
he
been in
never came
jail.
out. Oh, and he's not coming.
He's
out.
in on a RICO charge as well.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
coming out.
Oh my
never
god!
But they just got somebody else on RICO charges. Oh dang.
Young Thug?
No,
Myself?
after
Oh.
they picked up someone else on RICO charges. So I don't know. Someone from
But-
New York.
It's sad though because the thing is, I think about the
6ix9ine? When they had-
No, it wasn't
It wasn't him.
6ix9ine. It was somebody else.
6ix9ine was facing
Oh,
Rico though.
they
right?
picked
He
up.
was.
He snitched.
No, they picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to talk.
You lying, Lil Durk,
They
Smirkio.
They picked up.
I don't
Lil
know.
Durk got picked up.
When?
No, I'm sorry.
least
Yeah,
before
Durk-
we
Oh,
start
you know
the
what?
slander?
You know what?
Look.
No, because I when they did post his tattoo, somebody was in the comments like, "Oh, just out of jail." So I don't know. I didn't.
Maybe he got already out. I don't think his way is bad, but he did get picked up.
It wasn't on a RICO. It couldn't have been on a RICO charge.
Maybe it wasn't a RICO
It wasn't
charge,
a
but
RICO
it was a
because he wouldn't be out.
No, it was definitely linked to something like
Yeah,
It was a major
it's not a RICO
charge.
charge.
Lil Durk
I
got
don't know.
arrested.
Mm-hmm.
When?
But can we just talk about
Ain't coming
first
out.
of all, Young Thug? The thing is, Young Thug, I was rooting for you. I'm no longer rooting for you only because like play stupid games, win stupid prices. You was on. They literally have it on record that they was calling him after every time body was dropping. He was on record telling them like, I guess niggas ain't dying. Like y'all ain't doing nothing. Like I'm like Young Thug on a whole iPhone.
That's the Fed.
Because
That's
he
the
was-
Fed.
Now he's
And
like
that's
niggas is soft
friend.
now. Bodies ain't dropping.
But the thing
Yeah, I don't condone violence, but Cricket still make phones. But you can still pick up a prepaid. Like,
But the
Thank
crazy
you,
thing
burners.
is,
Like-
y'all, it's crazy because these people are like making money like in the rap game, but these people cannot
behind
leave
the
the
rap game.
streets.
That's what I'm
You can
saying.
take
Like
the dude out the
I
street,
think
but the
like
streets will never leave the dude. So
Because
it is
even
what it
him,
is.
like Young Thug he's the one who's behind who's the one who's also in jail. They had to separate them.
Isn't that
YF
Lucci.
Lucci?
He's the one who was behind his like attempted like murder.
yeah.
But I heard that.
I don't know if I blame that one because I mean, you kill somebody, baby mama.
Yeah,
feel
I
you
heard he
deserve
put
all
a
the
hit
smoke.
on Thugger's baby mama.
Wait,
Allegedly.
No, you gotta say allegedly. 'Cause
Allegedly.
what, Michelle?
And like that's really,
Allegedly.
and I think after
Allegedly.
that incident, that's really like kind of like brought everything together for them.
I think
so
Lucci-
Young
Lucci
Thug
snitched.
Young Thug had a hit out on YF and Lucci before that, and so then Young Thug tried. He didn't succeed, allegedly he came back and took out his baby mama.
Look, yeah. I don't
It's
know.
so crazy. how
It's
people
free my
die
niggas till
life.
it's backwards.
I thought I
Free my
wanted to date
nigga
a
Jeffrey.
rapper. I thought I wanted to date a rapper, but I don't want that. Like, give me a country singer at this point because they don't
I
be in business like that.
no.
Because next thing you know,
What?
you're collateral damage.
Caucasians business. Listen,
They might be into drugs and
They-
stuff,
they-
but
They have
all
girlfriends
that.
and their
They
girlfriends are
all
okay
that.
though.
Who?
Thank
Young
you.
Thug. He has two girlfriends,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
I mean girlfriends, but his baby mama's dead.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Sorry.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Is she the mother
in-
to all his kids?
No,
No,
he
like
has a
him.
lot. But so in short, they're not getting out.
I don't think so.
Not anytime soon.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
kind of
think so.
sad.
That's
Gonna have
very
a higher
sad.
chance.
No, that's very sad. It's
very
very
of getting
sad.
out
Like,
before Thug.
But also, like, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about like that street life and violence not worth talking about in your rap. Like, stop it.
It reminds me of
But the same
Big Meech and his brother. Like, it's the same thing. They were like on the way up and then got caught up.
Well, the Atlanta
Done.
district attorney did say that they're actually going to use Young Thug's lyrics against him. She was like,
oh my god.
she said that yes, she believes in freedom of speech, but freedom of speech can also be used against you. So they're gonna go back. She like read some of the lyrics from his song, and it matches up with crimes. So they're gonna use that.
So
against him.
I don't know. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Because I mean, it is technically art, and honestly, like, I don't feel like rappers, singers, whatever, should like they have to live by everything they rap about. I'm not gonna lie. Do I feel like, for example, if I was to become a rapper today, best believe I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Well, let me not expose myself.
What are you talking about,
niggas,
Crystal?
But no, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm not stressed about niggas. And I have been before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna big it up. So it's like, you even talk about, I mean, ketchup bodies is a different thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the same, if it rhymes, it rhymes. It's music sells. And music is selling. So it's like, should that even be held against them in the law court?
Because Beyonce said single ladies with a
law.
whole ring on her arm.
But I think the thing is like, even if they, the problem is with them doing that is they're trying to like
she did.
force the person to act
say,
like, oh, I was just rapping, like it was fake. Like they want to like make them lose street credibility per se. Like that's like they use it against them, but at the same time, it's like
the thing is, Jori, the thing about the game is you have to lose street credibility to get out of the
no, I'm
you have
saying,
to.
and that's
There's
literally
no
what
way
she's
around
trying to
it.
do.
You
Like, the
actually
thing is they-
don't.
Okay.
Look at Boosie. Boosie went in, did his time, didn't say a word, and he's out.
But they use Boosie's
But I'm not
lyrics
gonna lie.
against them.
I'm not gonna
They
lie.
did, but that did
I'm not gonna lie.
It never discredited him.
There was somebody who came out.
So-
Somebody's dad, I don't know, somebody's a rapper's dad who came out was like, oh yeah, he did time because he didn't snitch on
Lil Durk's dad.
Yeah, he didn't snitch on, who is it? Big Meech or Larry Hoover, one of the two. He didn't snitch on them. Like, he lost like 16 years and like everybody was like, yeah, you this, you that. No, you lost 16 years of your life. You have kids because
I'm not
you
gonna
know what
lie.
I'm saying? Like, that's
I don't
not
believe
okay.
in that.
That's
But
weird.
y'all have to
shackles.
No,
But
I
y'all
think
have
we
to
just,
realize
it's
we
a
come from
street thing, but it's
we
like,
come from a whole
no,
different
I get
reality.
it. I do get it, but in retro, like, we're not even talking about reality. Like, it's not right. You know what I mean? I think we've normalized it because, it's street behavior. But it's like, you literally missed out on 16 years of your life. And you have
You want
kids.
someone to sacrifice
That's a
their life so
pivotal
you can
time.
walk, and
But
you're gonna live your life.
But for me, I feel like he made the decision
Yeah.
when he chose to be in the streets because think about it, him snitching and coming home makes his life a living hell. Like, it puts his family at risk.
Or
It
would
puts
he even
his-
come home?
No.
He did.
No,
we're
I'm
saying, like,
would've
oh,
snitched,
yeah,
probably
yeah.
not.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but to circle back to Boosie's lyrics being used against him in court kind of made sense, only because literally I think the guy who ended up getting arrested his name was literally Mike, and he got in trouble for like arranging murders and hiring like hits on people. And in his song, he literally said Mike Will in a backseat begging for a body. Like, that lyric made sense in court because it's like you literally said that this man was begging you to hire him to kill people. Like, what does this mean? And after that, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, Boosie, it don't look good for you. Like, after that, I knew he was going to jail.
He was.
Right.
He was going to prison, but Boosie got out. He did what he needed to do and called
But it was
day.
a totally different charge.
He was.
Was he in there for a Rico?
No, it wasn't
No,
Rico,
he
but he was in there for heavy
Conspiracy.
charges. Yeah,
Conspiracy.
a lot. Look at
Thug is in there
Gucci.
for years.
But he said the same thing in one of his songs. He said like he knew that when he went up there, and the judge called him Lil Boosie and not Torrance Hatchet. He was like, he already knew he was going to jail because like you don't even see me as Torrance Hatchet. You see me as the artist.
Government name. You see
So
me as
it's
the
like,
artist.
I was like, yikes. So yeah.
Wow. And you know what's crazy, y'all? And it's sad to say they're gonna make an example out of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
without a doubt.
100%.
They're gonna make an example out of them, like especially like they know like who they're affiliated with. Everything they're about to just make an example.
The fact that they denied Gunna. Have y'all seen his old videos where he's like, go to school? I make good grades. I'm like, this man just wanted to wear skirts and platform shoes.
And it's so crazy
and
'cause, like,
Merces. He did not. He didn't sign up for this.
People said,
literally-
people said YSL stands for Young Students Learning.
No
Let them
facts.
go.
Gunna really is guilty by association, and that's sad. And that's
Was he
Go-
guilty by association?
Allegedly.
Yes.
girl.
Y'all,
You really
he
think
was
Gunna had
fully
his hand?
associate-
He was signed to the label. They're saying the label's a gang
Thank
now
you,
because they
like,
want people to
that's
follow.
crazy.
that part.
You're turning
Look.
a whole business into a gang.
Free my niggas till it's backwards. That's all I'm gonna say.
Pretty.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, y'all. So I'm definitely here for all the black girl magic, everyone living their best life. And I know recently a lot of people have been talking about living a soft life, like especially women. Like they're like, I don't want this life where I, have to work for things or not work for things, but things be like hard to get. So they want a soft life. But ultimately, do y'all feel like soft lives are gonna be like detrimental to us in the end, like trying to obtain a soft life?
No.
I'll say yes, but I'll say my reason later. I'll let y'all go first.
No, actually, I want to hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please go first.
I do because, and I hate to say this, you know what I mean? Because I do believe in soft life, right? But I think the problem with most movements is I think it just becomes like overdone a little bit, where it's like, I feel like soft life is definitely earned, you know? Soft life used to be, you know, I work now, and after I'm finished working and working hard, like I deserve to enjoy the reaps of my labor. Now people are 2021 talking about soft life, and it's just like, soft life, what? You don't have to even live life yet. You want it to be soft. Like, no, life has to be hard yet, so you know what soft even is. So, and that's why I feel like now we're heading into like our lazy era.
Yeah.
So do you feel
I think it doesn't have
soft.
It doesn't have to be hard, but I do feel like you can't be. No, I don't think anyone's entitled to softness. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like, I'll be honest. I disagree. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, is it just because we're here in America? I think at the end of the day, hard work definitely builds character.
Yeah.
I think in this life, you have to work hard. And I feel like people think that soft life from birth, okay, soft life, I don't think that's real. It's not real life. That's why now you see high school kids who think $17 an hour in high school is too much for you. You don't want to work. When we were in high school,
I was making
$8 an hour.
I
and
was
it's just
making
like
$5.80 at Brahms.
You know?
And working hard.
And it's like, and then you see people who are like 18, 21 wanting like for instance, who just gifted
Six figures.
DeMonte Murray just gifted his little sister a car, a Camry. People in the comments talking about you're this. She should have got a Benz. You could buy your girlfriend a this car. I'm like, he got her a suitable car.
He got her a car with no note.
No, good on gas. She's gonna be fine. Like,
but she's not paying for it. So that's why I feel like, I do agree with soft life, but I don't feel like. I feel like when people see it, they feel like it's for everybody. I feel like soft life is something that people earn. Like, you know, we're older, so we can say, you know what? So I think I deserve a soft life because I've done this and this and that. I don't think me.
But have you really done enough?
My thing is, even so, that's why, and I'm still against it. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like.
So, Krista, what do you think? Why do you feel like people deserve soft life?
Because I feel like, I feel like everybody at this table deserves it. I don't know what you talk about, Michelle. Talk about you don't deserve it. You definitely do. I just feel like we've kind of normalized working hard since birth, especially as like with our culture, like that's what they push on us. Like, go to school, do this, and you have to have this by then. Like, why? Like, I don't understand like why we have to have this. Like, it's okay. Like, let's say like people who are spoon fed per se by their parents, like, you know, and their parents have a lot of money and then like they're handed off to their kids and everybody's kind of just like, well, you did daddy's money. Okay, that's fine. Why does she have to have this job? Like, her dad gave her, I wish my dad was that rich. I don't have to have a job. Like, I just think that as black people, like people kind of push like that we have to just get it out the mud in order to reap the benefits. We don't. Like, I just think that reaping the benefits is okay. Like, if you're at a point where you don't have to work and that's okay for you, as long as it's like, you know, affordable and it makes sense financially, then 100% I agree with it. This life is this life will stress you out. Not only that, trying to find a job in this economy, like, no.
But speaking of that, you know that like right now, what are we in the era of, what's it called? Like where basically like everyone has quit.
Yeah.
What is it? But what was
the great not recession, the great
resign or something like that.
The great resignation. The great resignation.
And that's also coming from like Generation Z. So do you feel like these aspirations for a soft life, for the things that we see on social media, living a lavish life, do you think that is contributing to this?
No, because I feel like, first of all, soft life is a new thing. Let's be real. Within the last, probably this year, honestly. Within the last year, I'll say that. Soft life is a new thing. Gen Z has been around and been doing, but Gen Z is a little, not to say lazier, but they're a little less hardworking than the millennial group. So that's just, I don't understand why they're attaching soft life to Gen Z. Like, that has nothing to do with nothing. I do feel like the generation below us, Generation Z, like they're not as hardworking, but I mean, do you blame them? Like, they kind of see like people's careers taking off without working. Look at TikTok. Everybody's blowing up on TikTok off of one video. Look at YouTube. Everybody's blowing up on YouTube. Like, I think that they see those things and they're kind of just like, okay, cool. Well, let's try to find a way that we can work less and make more money.
But like,
even see,
hold on, with the whole TikTok thing, like that's the thing. Like, they're still working hard for that. It's not easy to get.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not manual labor.
But you're still working.
Yeah, absolutely. I still work as hard.
You're still it may seem like, oh, they're not working as hard, but they're working.
Okay, well, people
like,
with
you know
YouTube,
so,
that's like you're showing your lifestyle. Like, and again, it's content behind it, but it's stuff that like it's not manual labor. Like, it's not a 9 to 5. It's not a corporate job.
I mean,
I get what you're
if you
saying
look at
though.
it, to me,
No,
it's a
because
job,
content
not
creating
gonna
is
lie.
hard. Don't
It's
get
a
me wrong.
job. I feel like everyone here is working.
I'm not
It's
saying
just
it's not
how
a
are
job
you working?
though. I'm not saying it's not a job. I'm just saying like I think they see those things and they're just like, okay, this is easier to obtainable versus like me working to get $10,000, but I can make a couple videos and get $10,000.
But and do you see that as a positive or like? Because to me, when I hear that, I feel like that's the issue. I feel like it's a very unrealistic goal that
No,
I feel like
100%.
young people are setting for themselves. Because right now, I mean, I was listening to a newscast the other day, and they said right now we're heading towards a labor shortage because the majority of the baby boomers are going to be leaving the workforce soon, and the majority of jobs that are going to be left on the table, robots cannot do. And there's not a new like range or a new population of people heading into those jobs and those career for it. So we're going to have a labor shortage, which honestly is why I think now, I don't want to say population control, but that's why I feel like now it's like they're trying to get stricter on like banning abortions and all these things to try to make sure that we have enough people coming in to work these jobs. And I feel like it is because I don't want to say necessarily soft life, because even though soft life is new, it's definitely just repackaged black girl luxury. It's definitely it's an idea that's been repackaged over time of just people like choosing to not live that. Is it blue collar or whatever?
Yeah, blue collar
work
lifestyle.
those blue collar jobs. Even though if you really think about it, those do make the most money. If you want to talk about like working hard, like people who are making six figures and millionaire corporations and companies, they own electric companies, they own construction sites, but our generation doesn't see that because they don't want to work towards that. Like you said, they want to film a YouTube video and they think that YouTube video is going to get them money. When you see TikTok users who are coming out and saying, oh yeah, I showed you my lifestyle for a year, I rented that for $10,000 a month on Airbnb, I'm broke. I don't know if y'all saw that video. I'm broke, now I have to move back, not broke per se, but he had to move in with a roommate. So social media is not always giving you face value of what everything is. So people are looking at that thinking, oh, I can attain that, but you don't even know what you're trying to attain because there aren't transparency when it comes to salaries from TikTok user to TikTok user. But these jobs that you're seeing out here that people are shying away from actually have like secure salaries that you can work towards in your 20s, you know?
Guaranteed money.
Guaranteed
money. So let me ask y'all this, talking about like unrealistic expectations, do y'all feel like that lavish lifestyle kind of gets to you a little bit? Like I see like people like, especially like when people are like throwing these birthday parties, 'cause I feel like right now this has been like the era, like the last couple years has been where like everyone's kind of like transitioning into their 30s. And so people are throwing these huge like 30th birthday parties, like where they're like giving out like very expensive gifts to all of their attendees, where like, you know, people are buying their friends like thousands and thousands of dollars of gifts. So do y'all feel like that pressure kind of gets to y'all at all?
This is my thing. If you're able to do that, shout out to you. That's lit. I'm not gonna lie, cool. But would it be pressure for me? No.
But do you feel like that would make you hesitant to like have a party because people will be coming in with expectations of like
I definitely think it's a topic of discussion because I'm not gonna lie, I seen a tweet and this guy was just like, I've been seeing all these people around me playing 30th birthday parties, and he was like, honestly, he's like, I just want to flee the country and be alone. He's like, I want to avoid that. And people in the comments were literally saying like they feel this pressure that they have to do something grand, they have to do anything, and it's just like a lot of these people just want to disappear for that time period and then pop back in the city, and it's just like I do think it's out there. So
no, I feel that because even like if you think, not to stray too much from like birthdays, but if you think about like, I'm looking, if you see these college kids, 1942 classes old. When we was in college, we was splitting Sveka.
Excuse me, I was just
King Square.
My two younger cousins just bought Range Rovers. I don't know how. I don't know what the fuck. Like, I was just like, how the fuck? Like, and those are prime examples of Gen Z. They do not want to work. They do not want to work. Like, I think one of them has a clothing line, and one of them, like, I don't know, maybe there's foreign exchange or some shit. Like, they have not worked a 9 to 5 since I've known them.
It's very
at
true.
All. But that's what I'm saying. Like people see stuff like that, and they're people see stuff like that. Well, again, I'm speaking to Gen Z specifically, like not us, but I think they see stuff like that. And even with the girls, like you see people like Ari and Jada, like you know the baby mama lifestyle. How it's like you just get, you know what I'm saying? Like you reap the benefits of being with somebody who's of higher status. So it's like I think it's just you see that, and it's kind of just like that's what I want. Because how many times even as millennials, how many times it's like I just want to be taken care of. I just want I want to marry into like a rich family. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like it's just I think that's what it adds to it. Like you seeing all these people who live that lifestyle with not say doing the bare minimum, but not doing like without working heinous.
But like stereotypical. I feel like people nowadays want to look more successful than they actually are. Not saying that they're not successful, but people rather look like they have money than actually have money. Instead of having actual money in your bank account, you rather spend all that money to represent the money that you have in your bank account. I feel like that's the era that we're in right now. It's like very much the flexing era.
And that,
you know, people would be like, why can't I brag? Why can't people are just like, I don't know, social media just made everybody so competitive. And I feel like that's why like depression and mental illness is so high because like we're
literally putting unnecessary pressures on ourselves.
Yeah, we're living in a simulation, bro. Nothing is real.
No, absolutely.
Facts.
Nothing is real at all.
So do y'all feel like, okay, so I know that we are like in a different era, like where we're talking about like soft life, where we're talking about, you know, making money independently for ourselves and things like that. So do y'all feel like marriage is still relevant to like the modern day woman?
Absolutely.
Like, do you feel like you're able to actually have it all, where you're able to be successful, where you're able to be married, have a happy marriage, where you're able to have children, be a present mother, and still like, you know, cook, clean, have sex? Do you feel like you're able to do it all?
Absolutely.
I think so. Because
why
we can't.
not?
Why not?
People are still getting
Why
married.
not?
People are still getting
There
engaged.
are people that are still doing it. It's called like getting creative in your marriage. Like do what you want to do, what works for y'all. So I do think you can have it all. It's just if you're willing to work and fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to be another job. So it's if you have it in you to, you know, go through the different things you're going to have to go through being married and wanting it all and if you're up for it, the challenge.
But it also puts things, I think it's just being older puts things into perspective, because like when I look at like people like my mom, like the older generation, like I have 5 kids and was working a job, like that kind of shit, I don't see myself doing that. I really don't see myself, like that's a lot. And at the same time, like my dad was working a lot too. So not to say that he wasn't present, but like when he wasn't around, she got 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think like the pressure from like, okay, you got to be as strong as your mom or strong as this person. And it's like, people don't want to do that now. And rightfully so, because it's like how the economy is completely different. How am I going to
supporting large families?
Yeah,
it's hard.
it's extremely hard. So like,
And I also think we're in a different era where it's like, it's okay if you don't want that either. I think back then it was like, oh, you're not married, or you don't have kids. Now it's just like, no,
I
by
think,
choice.
people are coming into like, they're like, it's okay if I don't, aka me. Which I'm not saying that I'd never want to get married, but I'm just to the point where it's like, it's okay if I don't. You know, like if it happened, I would want it to happen. But if it doesn't, like I'm not going to beat myself up.
But do you feel like this generation is making you almost too independent to the point where you feel like you'd be okay with not being married?
No.
I don't feel like anything in however much independence I have is gonna stop me from finding a man. But I do want to say though, like I feel like the independence like has kind of, I don't want to say it was harped on me, but that's something that I definitely adhere to. But I've kind of been realizing like, bro, like, and I guess it kind of ties in with the soft life, like, bro, like I don't have to work as hard as all that. Like I don't have to do all that. Like I can actually find a husband who can come over here and like we can build together. But it's like that whole like, I don't want it. Like I don't want to be independent by myself for the rest of my life. I'm sorry. I want to be married. I want somebody to take care of me.
Absolutely.
And I don't feel there's anything wrong with saying that. So
yeah.
Okay.
Like I love being independent, but I do look forward to being with a man that's gonna, you know, take care of things that I don't want to do anymore. Not saying I can't do it, but you know, things I don't want to do.
But do you feel like you're gonna have to soften your independence to be able to get that man?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's fine. I've accepted it. Like, yeah. You're going to have to soften it a little bit.
Maybe or maybe not. It just depends on the person, honestly. But who's for me is going to understand who I am. And we're going to be able to work together. And, you know, he going to match me. I'm going to match him. So maybe or maybe not. I don't have an answer for that.
I'm actually glad that we brought that up because I saw a thread and I wanted to read it. So it says, I had a chat with one of my aunties and I asked her if in retrospect she feels that her hyperdependence relieved her husband of his duty to care and provide for his family. She said yes. She said that in 10 plus years together, he'd never given her money to do anything for herself or the home. She instead paid the rent, bought the furniture, ensured that the fridge was full, maintained herself, and still performed domestic duties in the home. In the same breath, her hyper-independency does not come from nowhere. She was failed by her own father and had to help take care of her family, and now is being failed by her husband and the men around him who, in an ideal world, should reprimand him for his behavior. I asked what she would have done differently, and she said that she would have stopped hoping for him to change and left while she had the chance. The signs were there, and her ignoring them and continuing to take care of everything in him was enabling him. She said, "Don't cover up for him. Don't cover up for him. Present him as he is. We cover up the shortcomings of the men in our lives, and when they turn on us, no one believes it because we've been covering up for them." Yeah, so that was it. So I mean, it just kind of goes to the question that Nikki just asked about, like how you, I guess, can independency affect, like if you were to get married, can affect your household? And like Jori said, I think it will. Like you do have to soften your approach when it comes to men, or like, you know, not even soften your approach. You do have to like let a man lead, which we said on the podcast several times. You gotta let a man lead sometimes, like, you know. And it's okay to let, like, you know, let the man wear the pants sometimes. And I believe in gender roles.
Should always wear the pants.
That, but
I think when I realized like how like hyper independent I was is like I was talking to somebody about something. I was like, oh, like I need this like hung up in my apartment, and I was gonna just just do it myself. And he was like, I can do that for you. Somebody I actually know, though, it's not a scammer, Paulette. But the thing is,
labor.
but the thing is, like, I'm just so used to doing stuff for myself, like without having to ask somebody.
Okay.
So when it was brought to me, I was like, damn, like, I don't even think to ask a man around me these things because I'm used to doing it myself. And that's when I realized, like, bro, like, actually needs to like realize like I don't have to do it all by myself. Like I can actually reach out to people to assist me.
Yeah,
but you know what the crazy part is? I feel like I need to get back to like some of my old mentality, like because these men are bold nowadays. I feel like men are asking for things that they have absolutely no business to be asking for. Like men are quick to ask for handouts. Men are quick to ask for favors. I'm sorry, they are. Like there are a lot of.
Oh, you did say somebody asked you for money.
Yeah, there's a lot of men that are just not menning anymore, and I was
they're not men.
And I used to have like this mentality, like it's so crazy. Like in my early 20s, I was like, I would never give a man money. I would never do this for him, and I feel like I really need to get back to that.
Still
because
won't.
You would
no.
You probably would help somebody out if someone's really coming to you like
they need
of
help.
course they're down and out. You would help, but at
mean,
this point, I really feel like I need to say no because. They're trying me. I feel like that makes me tryable. And I feel like it makes me almost gullible.
And it's glad you said that though, because the thing is just like, why do these? I've had somebody come to me, a man come to me asking about money, and I'm like, as a man, like, why do you even feel comfortable for that? Like, why are you
as
even
a man
trying
though?
me?
Why are you breathing? No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it's just like, bro, like, I'm the last person you should be reaching out to borrow money for. Like, what is going? Like, why would you even ask me that? Like, you're literally trying me in this moment. Like, so Nikki, I agree. I feel like dudes are very bold. Like,
and it's like,
and the thing about men is like, they'll tell you if it goes for anything. Ask, and the worst that you're gonna hear is no. So men will literally ask whatever crosses their mind, and as a woman, if you say yes, you never know if it's genuine that they need that or they're just taking advantage of you, and it's just like that is very wild.
Yeah, and you're not even asking for like $50. You're asking for hundreds, thousands, like crazy amounts, like not even like a tank of gas. Like you're asking for like mortgages and like crazy. Like what? What do I look like? Do I look like a walking bank?
Yeah, no, that's wild.
Make it on you.
I mean, at the same time, these are niggas with hoop earrings. What are we expecting?
I know. Oh my gosh, bring toxic masculinity back. I'm just
You're not kidding.
She's not.
Just kidding.
But anyways,
y'all feel like we're giving off too much masculine energy?
Okay.
No, I saw somebody say something where it's like when a man is like really like I guess confident in himself, like it'll give the woman the confidence to be submissive and let her feminine energy really shine through. And I do think it's important because imagine you talk about I have masculine energy, but you're asking me for $5,000. Go on, sit down.
Like,
so
not even
where's your energy?
He doesn't even have to be asking you for, but they're just not doing anything.
Yeah, they're not doing anything.
Because I've been in a relationship to where or I've been like involved with somebody to where it's like the nigga wasn't doing anything, and I was like I literally was doing everything for myself. It was second nature to do everything for myself. Like didn't even question anything. Like even when it came down to little shit like moving in my apartment. Nothing. You're not helping me. You know what I'm saying? And then I've also been in like involved with somebody where it's like I didn't have to lift a finger majority of the like 80% of the time. So it's like I think that also depends on like how they're coming and I wasn't asking, but it also comes on like how like shit. What the hell am I trying to say? Like how like what they're doing. Like that will soften your approach for sure. Like and I do know like for me, I feel like I was more submissive to the person who was doing more for me. You know what I mean? So like I don't know.
They say you have to feel like comfortable, like that person. But then, like I've had an argument with a friend before, and he was like, "That's the problem." He was like, "Y'all want to make sure that this is instead of just being naturally feminine." And I'm like, "Bro, like you want us to get used? Like we need to feel like I need to know like you fuck with me, quote unquote, to even like give you that side of me." And I'm like, "There's nothing wrong with being apprehensive about that."
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like I can submit to a guy, and then he turns around and makes me look stupid.
Yeah.
And that's just a lot.
Yeah, that's why you don't ask men for nothing. They want to see you beg. They want to see you beg. They want to catch you begging in 4K. Look at this bitch. She gonna ask me for 20. Nigga, you asked me to ask you. What you talking about?
It gives them like this certain satisfaction, and it's
that
just
you're
like,
asking because you know you ever been in a situation where a nigga's like, oh, just do something and request the money. Like, no, just send me the fucking money and then I'll do it. Like, I'm not gonna ask you for the money later. I'm not gonna ask you for the money later.
Or guys be like, you need anything? Are you sure? Do you need anything? What do
you
feel like
know I need? Just give it to me.
Then tell them what you
want
need.
me to just sit here and crawl on the floor for you so bad.
Yeah, men want you to beg. Niggas they love to see you beg.
But do y'all believe it?
Even that Drake. What didn't Drake say that? I want to see you beg because you look pretty when you beg it. No, is that Nikki?
Oh my gosh.
That's Nikki.
Yeah.
I lied.
I mean, yeah.
But do y'all even? The thing is, I feel like men have been doing. I don't know if it's like a game. A man would be like, "Okay, I'm gonna buy you something, but you know, you just go ahead and buy it, and I'm gonna send you the money for it."
Let me tell you something.
That's why. No.
At this point, I'm not doing that no more. Like either you're sending me the money straight
or
up,
I'm not coming,
or you're buying it. It's not about even not coming. Like it's like a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's not a gift anymore.
And so I feel like I bought it myself.
Yeah. And
Even
you
if
just gave me the money for something.
And they don't even halfway be giving you the money.
No, I just feel like if someone says they're gonna do something, then they're gonna do it. And if they give off the impression that I have to do it, and then you're gonna reimburse, then it never again.
But I think it just goes back to like
my mind's gonna miss it. I don't care.
I think they're just used to dealing with like a different type
Certain type of woman.
Because there are women who ask without ego. There are women who ask without pride.
And
there are women who are gonna ask without thinking.
And true, but it's like I don't know, like.
I don't reason I want to disagree with that because I really want to shy away from like blaming men's behavior on women. I really feel like niggas it's just them. It's just them. Because at the same time, he could be used to dealing with a certain kind of woman, but he's dealing with you, right?
Yeah. But the crazy part is, so I was actually talking to one of my guy friends, and he was telling me, he was like, you have to realize like men are happy to be like in the presence of you and your friends because y'all have things going on. So low key, like men feel like they're doing something big whenever they're around y'all because y'all actually have things going on in your life.
What did Meg Thee Stallion say in the song? Like, I'm the reason why your lame ass even got bitches. Like, that's very much facts. Like, men will, and I say this a lot of time, men are energy vampires. They will drain you of whatever good shit you have going on in your life and use it for their own good and move on to the next bitch. Like, if you pop it and you on your shit, you be very wary of the men that you let into your space. Because a lot of men are just want to be in the vicinity of you so they can flex that they got with you and they have no intention of even having a future with you. So.
Well, I don't want to turn this into a men bashing thing.
Oh, sorry.
It's game.
Just free game. Warn people. You know, but Safe Life. Just kidding.
So this is completely different from, it's like completely off topic. But I was watching Real Housewives and I was watching the reunion.
Of what?
New Jersey. The latest episode.
Oh, the latest one?
Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
Is this made up a spoil alert?
No, they made up a good, they brought up a good point. They were saying that there's a difference between you cheating on someone and you being cheated on. Do you feel like it's different?
There
is.
There is.
There's a big difference.
Cheating on someone and someone cheating on you.
Yeah.
One person made a decision. The other person was experienced the consequence of that decision. How would that even be the similar?
Yeah.
I mean, because they were comparing that to like what Margaret did and what happened to Jennifer.
Two completely different things.
Two completely different situations. They're not comparable at all.
That's the reason why Margaret's saying that she was okay with bringing up the infidelity in her marriage because Jennifer was always bashing her for cheating. And she was saying that like they're basically the exact same thing.
They're not.
They're not the same
Jennifer
thing.
didn't cheat on her spouse. See, one thing, we're gonna have to deal with facts. Jennifer did not step out on Bill. Bill stepped out on Jennifer. So no, I did not cheat on my husband. You cheated on your husband and had a whole affair. Don't ever try to compare us.
Just so y'all know what we're saying, in Real Houses in New Jersey, there is a housewife who she's publicly stated that she's cheated on her husband in the past, and she's now currently married to the person who she had an affair with. And the new housewife who entered on the show was very vocal about how she's against Margaret and she's against cheating and she's against all the other stuff. She's been very vocal about it. And they discovered like some tea that apparently the new housewife who was against cheating, her husband cheated on her 10 years ago. I feel like it was shorter than that, but whatever. 10 years ago. And they've been using this against her. Like, how can you be so vocal about being against cheating and your husband's a cheater? It's like, you understand that that's why she's
against cheating.
And
it's okay. Like, I can be against something and something I've still experienced it. I'm still against it. Just because I experienced it does not mean I'm going to be for it now. No, I'm still against it.
I think Margaret just has like a warped perspective. I think she thinks like with Jennifer, it's like, Jennifer, why are you bringing this up and you're being so harsh when you went through the same thing? And it's like, no, we did not go through the same thing. Yeah, you cheated and Bill cheated. And so you think these situations are the same. She's like, but I'm on the flip side. Like, I was not the cheater. So there's no relatability. And I don't know why Margaret even tried to say that.
Margaret's just trying to find a leg to stand. It's like, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, no.
I think to me, it made me kind of look at Margaret in a bad light because I feel like you're refusing to empathize with the other woman. It makes me see that you really have no remorse or no regret for the marriage that you broke up.
That you destroyed.
You know, because the fact that you can't even empathize to see, because I felt Jen was like, but to me it's disgusting because if the woman who my husband cheated with came on a show and was bragging and constantly bringing up the affair, I know what that would do to my children. I know. So it's like I'm feeling for the other women. So when I see you doing that, I feel like it's disgusting. That's why I'm calling you out. In fact, that Margaret can't see that. It's like, Margaret, every time you bring up this affair, you hurt his children who currently aren't speaking to you. But you clearly have no remorse because the fact that you can even compare you cheating on your husband to
it's weird.
I don't understand why it's always coming up in conversation. Like, the infidelity should be mute.
But it's weird because
not always referenced.
She really did, like, it's crazy because they did a replay and she really bragged about the fact that like Joe would have to like go home and like take a shower before he would see his wife
because he smelled like her.
Because he smelled like her.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm being left off
Okay.
bad and bougie.
Yeah.
Let's reel it back in.
Sorry.
I just had to ask that
No,
question. 'cause
watch
it was
Real
kept-
Housewives in New Jersey. Now, to me, that's the trillest of all. That's the
You
trillest
think
of them
so?
all. Yes.
Oh,
New Jersey?
Trillist. I mean,
Yes,
it makes
New
sense,
Jersey.
Trillist, but I feel like the best franchise is still for me Beverly Hills
Mm-mm.
so far.
New Jersey takes the cake. I'm not gonna lie.
Dang.
They've
Y'all
gone
think
through
so
some
too?
real shit, bro.
Damn.
That's like, to me, a housewife franchise I feel like everyone can relate to.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Wow.
not
They're
as
very relatable.
manufactured either.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not.
scripted.
Yeah, like it's just so crazy, and it's like it's cool because it's like the elevation. Seeing where they're at now, it's like, dang. I remember when Teresa season 1 to now season 12, 2 different people. Well,
So it's
sure.
crazy. Okay, so since we did talk about Jennifer and Bill, I did want to bring up, so why is it that women are committed to non-loyal people? Like, we stay committed.
Because they're stupid. It's
we're under a
out of pure
spell. We're under a
stupidity.
spell,
That's
honestly.
it. Like-
and once you start seeing life a certain way, you break it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, we're under a
That's
spell.
it's stupidity. Honestly,
Yeah.
let's be real. Like
Let's call it that.
let's call it spade a spade. It's
Y'all really think it's
stupidity.
stupidity?
Yeah, you're dumb.
I mean,
sometimes we
well,
act dumb.
let me.
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes that's it. But
Yeah.
I also say like it was something. Oh, the thread that I just read earlier. She said that she was holding on in hopes that he would change, and I think we
Yeah.
all do that. Like
Yeah,
you hold on in hopes
absolutely.
that like a man would change, or he's gonna show you like different sides of him, or they're gonna get better. They're gonna do this because you would think after years and years with somebody,
Girl.
they're still not gonna do you wrong or do you
Girl.
dirty, and they still fucking do.
You're
You
not
know what I'm saying?
exempt
So
at
I think
all.
it's like it's hope. Like we hold on to potential a lot. And we also hold on to hope a lot.
Mhm.
And that's honestly, it's human to think that like this person's not gonna do you. Like that's a human thing to do. Because I would think, again, after so many years and time together, you're my friend at the very beginning. At the
Yeah.
very end of this, you're my friend. So why would you stab me in the back? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? So I just think that like holding on to like potential, holding on to like hope, and holding on to like a man that you think is gonna change, like bro, like she said the first time, she said that she wished you after 10 years, she wished she would have left when she had a chance instead of waited for him to think that he was gonna change. And I think we all need to kind of like, you know, we're all older, so that's easier now. But like I think that's something like even the early 20s, like to kind of take practice of, because it's like that type of shit, you waste so many years of your life, bro. So many years.
And then it's like, I also feel like it's like the fear of unknown. Because I mean, think about people who are like married, have children. Like you're not just walking away from your husband. You're walking away from like a co-parenting situation. You're walking away from potentially waking up and seeing your children every morning. You're walking away from like family vacations and like maybe like joint accounts, joint investments. So it's a lot more. So it's like it's not as easy when you're younger. It's just like, I'll break up with him. It's like you're leaving so much behind, and it's like, is it worth it? Like, is what I'm going to build going to be comparable to what I'm leaving behind? And once you start weighing the odds of that, sometimes it's just like, you know what? Honestly, I can deal with like not speaking to this man and just like living my life and just coexisting. And I feel like a lot of people just kind of choose that.
But why is it that I feel like as women, why is it that we give like that benefit of the doubt to our partners? But I feel like lately in friendships, it's so much easier for us to cut off like friendships that you like have had for years. So why is it that we're not able to have that commitment
energy with your friends?
Yeah, to your friend.
Well, you
I
don't
don't know.
marry your friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
don't
marriage
it's
is a whole different type of commitment.
Marriage is, but it's also like I think what Nikki's trying to say is like, well, I think she's trying to say is that like, you know, you have friends and like a friend will cut you off for whatever reason, but it's like you still with that nigga who's dragged you through the mud. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a different kind
And like
of
a friend that you've had like for years, like 10 plus years, and like they might do one thing, and it's a lot easier for you like to not talk to that person, for you to cut that person like completely out your life, to the point where like, you know, I see people like that were friends and they're getting married now, and like these people are not in their weddings. Like that's like life. I feel like that's very like life changing thing. Because for me personally, if I'm your friend and I'm not in your wedding, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Like if we're actually like real friends, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why I just don't understand why we're not able to have like that same energy with our friendships that we do with our relationships.
Yeah.
I think just some people just hold their friends to a higher standard than their relationship. And I think sometimes like, I don't know, like it's weird to say. It's like I feel like some people feel like when it comes to friends, you should be able to say whatever. But when it comes to a relationship, like you might not say. And so I think that's why women are like more like, oh, I'll just go with it. But when they look at a friend, they might think like, no, this friend actually should like do this, this, and this. We should be able to talk it through. And I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right at all. But it's just like, it's very weird. Like, I don't know. And sometimes it be the man telling her, like, don't be her friend. Fuck her.
Yeah.
Like, the
whole time you dragging me through the mud, nigga, fuck you.
Right. Like, low-key, the man be on the other side, low-key telling you to cut her off. And it's like, people need to be leery of that. Niggas want to isolate you. So don't let that happen.
To answer your question, Nikki, I think it's just honestly the case of people are people, and that's on them. Like, it's unfortunate. I feel like a marriage and like a friend, like to me, like for example, like you and I, you know, like there's no cutting off. There's like, we're gonna talk about it. So, but like for me to cut
But
you
what if
off,
your husband?
yeah,
But what if your husband was like came to you and was like, I just don't feel like your relationship with Nikki is positive anymore, and I just feel like you should distance yourself. Would you do it?
we have to have a conversation, and probably not. I'm not gonna lie, because I wouldn't like. To me personally, like, what do I look like telling you to like? For example, like, yeah, okay, it'll be different if like you were like leading me down this dark path, but it's just because you feel that way. Like she hasn't done anything. It's just I don't know what kind of complex you've created, and it's like whatever. But it's like I still would want to have a conversation with him and understand like where he's coming from. But I don't think I would cut you off. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like we're family, so I don't. One thing about me, I understand people be cutting off family behind like significant other. I don't do that. Like we're gonna have to figure it out. Like there's no cutting family off. Sorry.
And it's crazy because I actually seen something today, and it was just like women need to stop like getting with men or whatever, and then like isolating the man from his family. They're like even if
Vice
y'all
versa?
aren't like
Vice versa.
and vice versa. And she was like, y'all need to stop isolating like your partner's family. They were like, even if they're not on the best of terms, like let it be clear energy between them. They were like, you're supposed to be able to show your husband. This was just in regards to women talking to men, so I'm not going to talk from the other perspective, but they were pretty much saying like, as a woman, like, and that's your husband, you should make him feel love. You should be able to mend the fences that he has with his family and let y'all all coexist, because that energy of cutting off one side of the family and you only fuck with your side. It's like, why? Like, I know that has to be like heart wrenching, like on the husband, you know what I mean, or the whoever is going through it. It's just like, no, like even if it's like I said, it's not the best. Like let the energy between the two families be clear. Like at least.
But you know the crazy part is when you say that, I sometimes feel like men have like such bad relationships with their families that whenever they finally like find like a partner or like a wife, they feel like, you know what, it's easier for them to cut off that
make you my new family
and make
versus,
make like start forming a new relationship, a new family with you. So sometimes it's not even like a woman might be there and be telling the man like, no, you need to mend these relationships. You need to, talk to your parents. You need to talk to your siblings. But some men are so hard headed, like they're just like, no.
Yeah.
So what are you supposed to do?
I mean, I was in that situation. And I did get pushback. But the thing is, I never met his father, but I knew like they had like a strange relationship. I mean, I could only do what I could. It was just like, did you call your dad? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, I could only do it. There's only so much you could do. And every single time I got pushback, right? But when we stopped talking, I remember like he sent me a picture of him and his dad. Right. And I was like, oh, and he was like, yeah, I just, for whatever reason, I just, I decided to reach out, and he was like, I thought about you, and he sent me the picture, and I was just like, wow. So I think like subconsciously he was listening to me, but again, he just was so hard-headed, so it's like I was getting so much pushback during the time. So I just think that like, again, you can just do what you gotta do, what you can. There's not much, because I feel like I was talking to a brick wall. So at one point I was like, I'm not bringing it up no more. But again, maybe in the back of their head, some people listen, some people don't, but there's only so much you can do. Like you're not a therapist, you're not like, psychic either, so you never know how
I would just say, just make sure you're always doing the right thing. Just, speaking positivity and hope into them. Like, hey, always like big up the situation. Like, oh, like, because some people are like, well, I'm never going to talk to my parent. No, one day you'll talk to them. Like, just keep being positive. And one day it will change,
But
So.
You know what, though? Now that we're on the subject, I actually saw that a tweet, and it said that like, telling somebody like, oh, it's your parent, or you only get one parent, or something like that is manipulative, because you never know like what that person went through with that parent. For you to tell them that, it's kind of like a manipulation tactic, because again, not only do you not know what they went through, but you don't know what they put the child through, for her to even just be like, I'm never talking to my mom again. So you'd just be like, okay, it's your mom, mend fences or do that. It's like, you shouldn't say that. So ever since I read that, I've been kind of like, avoid saying that, because I used to do that. But I think there's certain ways that you can put something, because it is a manipulation tactic, almost like, oh, just because it's your mom, you should forgive her. Just because it's this person, you should forgive them. When it's like, that's not always the case. Because
I would say yes and no, that I agree with that. Like, I understand, like, people are saying, like, there are definitely, like, major traumas that, adults and, like, family members can put you through. But I feel like if it's like things like as far as like an argument or things that they say, I feel like that is something that you can mend. I'll be honest with you. Like if it's not like physical abuse, sexual abuse, I'm never going to say that to somebody that went through that. You know what I'm saying? But like arguments, some people really cut people off like
behind arguments,
behind words. And don't get me wrong, words are strong. But whenever you lose a parent, it's like it's impactful. Like it's going to definitely impact your life. And then I can only imagine losing a parent and not being on good terms with them when you lost them.
Yeah. And that's one thing I'll say is this era, I don't know what's going on. I know they
People
say
are
Gen
okay with
Z,
being
Gen
alone.
Z is a little bit more fragile. I don't know, but they be ready to, when I be reading some of the stuff the kids be saying, like, they be ready to cut their parents off over anything. Like, I just seen a video and this girl was like, and she's Nigerian, I'll say African, I really don't know the country she's from, but she was like, my parents thought I was playing. I told them as soon as I hit 18, I was done, and now they're calling my phone trying to reach me. You don't have access to me anymore, da-da-da. And I mind you, I do understand, because I feel like, especially growing up Nigerian, like we understand there's a certain level of toxicity that each African parent
telling you.
is born with.
I'm
But at
telling
the same
you.
time, it is just like generational trauma. It's just handed down.
They inherently
And it's-
passed
yeah,
down.
and it's like they don't know. And being older, there are certain things that I know our parents put us through that some of us are grateful for, and some of the things it's like we work through it. You know, we learn and we grow from there. But this new generation is like, y'all are just so quick to cut y'all's parents off over little bit bitty things that if you grow older, you'll understand maybe their perspective, and you realize that your parents are human. They're trying their best. Like, being a parent does not come with a manual or, you know, instructions or anything like that. No progress report to tell you how you're doing. So sometimes you have to give your parents a little bit more grace, and you can give yourself the space that you need to, like, you know, but cutting your parents off, going cold turkey, people who are saying they're not speaking to their parents ever again, it's like, because of what? Because when you were 10, you weren't allowed to see your friends growing up, and now you feel like that was a toxic environment. It's kind of like, in those situations, I do agree, like, you only have one parent. If God forbid anything happens to them, you're going to regret, you know, cutting them off. It's so final. So
absolutely,
that's the reason why I feel like I kind of lean more to, if you're able to reconcile with a parent and you have somebody in your corner motivating you to do so, that little bit of encouragement can maybe
absolutely
goes a long way.
Goes a long
and
way,
always take space too. Space is important, but like, just don't take way too long to the point where now it's like both sides are like, fuck you. Because honestly, when parents, there's a difference when a parent's cuts a child out. That's different. And I've seen it happen to people. I'm just like, damn. When a parent is done, it's different from us being done.
Different.
They really erase you, like for real.
Dead ass.
I've seen it. It's so hard to watch. Like, wow.
And it's also important, like, even on the flip side, because it's like, you know, obviously parents are not supposed to bury their children, but it's just like, think about like these people, like, y'all have strained relationships with your parents, and like something, God forbid, happens to you and you pass away, like, that is added stress on to your family. And I'm like, I feel like my family kind of just went through that, and it's just like, bro, like, you lost somebody, but you are in bad, like, y'all weren't even in communication. Like, as a parent, that's gut wrenching to you. So it's like, bro, like, think about what it does. Like, y'all might not be cool, but it's like, things can be amended if it's possible, like, literally, because if not, it affects everyone differently, whether they leave or you leave, like, regardless, like, it's going to be pain on both sides. So
I'm just interested to see like what's going to happen over the next like 10 to 20 years, like all these different like generations, different personalities, different mentalities.
We're not gonna have a world.
I don't know how it's going to blend, or if it's going to even blend at all.
We'll see.
All these 90-Day Fiance families and shit.
Oh.
At this point, I might go on 90-Day Fiance.
Girl,
No.
I feel
like the only reason why people are going there to get embarrassed.
No.
Now the new 90-Day Fiance is pretty lit.
Oh, wait, has it already started?
Which one?
Okay.
I
Just
seen
90 Day
the clip.
Fiance plain, not the that's
What's
what made me
that?
start watching. So you know, there's before the 90 days, there's after the 90 days, just 90 Day Fiance.
Okay.
That one, yeah, it's pretty good.
There's a new season out?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
pretty
gonna have to
good.
start
I seen a
watching
clip that made me really want to go and watch
Yeah,
it.
and that's exactly
90
why I
Day
started.
Fiance was before the 90 days.
I'll
was
tell you,
hilarious.
90 Day Fiance, everybody loves that shit. It's so
so
entertaining. It's peak
entertaining.
entertainment. Peak entertainment.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode. Thank y'all for listening to us. Thank y'all for tuning in with us for 104 episodes. Make sure you go and well, actually, before we wrap this episode up, I think we should definitely talk about the recent massacre that happened in Uvalde, Texas. So anyone want to talk about that, or y'all want me to talk about it?
So I believe was it Tuesday or Wednesday? A young man walked into an elementary school and just opened a fire in a classroom and killed, I believe, 19 students and 2 teachers. And I just want to say my thoughts and prayers are with the families that lost loved ones and all the victims. And like, my heart really is with Robb Elementary, because I know that experience has to be like traumatic as hell. And like, all the teachers that suffered from that day, all the students that witnessed their classmates get slaughtered.
Yeah.
I my thoughts and prayers are with y'all, because I know it's hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know.
It's very devastating.
To even, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Girl, I won't go say nothing like fuck NRA, fuck Abbott.
No,
fuck,
honestly,
fuck all them
literally.
people.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
the police officers that hesitated to go in, fuck y'all. I'm sorry. No.
I just really want to see
Mm-mm.
like something come from this, y'all. I'll be honest with you. I think that at this point, the communities are very tired of having to say rest in peace to different names.
Tired of extending thoughts and prayers.
Yeah,
Thoughts and prayers
tired
don't do
of
shit.
tired of having PTSD where you're scared to go into the grocery store, where you're scared to go to school. So I just want to see change, and we're not going to see the change with Abbott. I don't care. This is my what is it?
Abbott speech.
Yeah, like this is. I ain't with him. I'm not with Ted Cruz. I'm not with
Ted
none of them.
Cruz.
Yeah.
the
So
NRA.
we know that the elections are coming up in November. So I think this is our time to really get these people up out of here because, like I said, from the last shooting that happened in Texas, we only had more lenient gun laws.
Yeah, literally.
So
they passed they just passed that bill or whatever that says that you can now carry a gun without a concealed license or whatever.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Because like now, even going into the grocery stores, I am seeing a lot more people with guns.
Oh no, for sure. I was at Walmart the other day at nighttime at that, and the guy like proud as day, and I'm just like,
Oh.
I was like, let me hurry up and get out of here.
No,
Girl,
and
see, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like, I don't like,
know.
and it's so crazy because, like, obviously there's spaces that I feel comfortable in, but like in Florida, I'm sorry, there's not many because I don't know people there. There's not many spaces that I do. So like, I went to the gas station. I was flipping shit. I was like, I have to get out of here just to pump gas. I just was like, I just want to go, and like that kind of anxiety, that kind of like, it's not normal. It's not normal. It's literally just because of what's happening. Like that shit is just not normal. So I'm just like, as much as I want to say, y'all be careful. Like, how? You know what I mean? Like how?
But just to like circle this back around, GoFundMe is having individual fundraisers for each victim because we do have to understand that this was a community that is predominantly Hispanic, predominantly like under like socioeconomic
underserved,
class.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that it's really important to get out, help the community out because to have to bury multiple people now because the husband, have to bury 20 plus people in a community that already wasn't that large.
Yeah.
It's going to have a huge impact. So like I said, all of our prayers go with all the victims, anyone that was affected, like not just victims, like anyone that was in that school, the parents that had children in that school, I pray for all of them.
Mm-hmm. In fact, the police who went inside and got their kids out and left them other kids in there. Big fuck y'all to you.
Or the ones that didn't go in.
Period.
I don't even. Oh, child.
Yeah. Period.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Make sure you follow us on Petty Party Pod on Instagram, on Twitter. This video will be going up on YouTube, so make sure y'all subscribe so y'all can get all of our new updates. It's your girl, Just Nick, checking out.
It's your girl, Paulette, signing out. Holla.
It's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, and y'all make sure y'all go to fitbeats.co, get your Fitbeats, and use code Petty Party at checkout to get your free beat and your other waist beats.
Bye guys, it's Jori Aaliyah.
And girl, wow! Thanks for the intro, guys. They say the best for last. It's your girl Michelle, aka Egypt if you nasty. Bye guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.